And now it's time for another episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. And continuing with the final story from the Out of the Shadows comic book, we have Tragedy of Terror. Well, it's not that funny, but maybe it is. We'll see. So here we are, this guy trying to relax, and his lazy boy, and well, these creeps won't let him. So let's see what's going on here. Slice, slash, he, cut his throat. It must be a song. Zut, such realism. It looks like blood. It is real blood. He's being murdered. Oh, there's people watching this. What is this? A ripoff of Squid Game? Okay, so anyway, it was only a tiny playhouse, the Theatre de Horror, lost in a gloomy alley in Old Paris. But the plays it presented cast a hideous spell upon the morbid audience, some of whom vanished in a long-plotted tragedy of terror. So there's, I guess that's supposed to be the balcony, and they're watching. Yeah, okay, there's the audience down there. So anyway, there you go, from Ruben Moreira. Okay. Anywho, Paris, 1952. An apartment on the left bank where Hilary Gorse, American student of the occult, prepares to regale his. Oh, yeah, that's right. It can go both ways. So I guess it's him. And he's like, "Are you checking out my ass?" She's, "No." Anywho, prepares to regale his French fiancée with supper, a special American dish called Irish stew. Okay, let's see. We got France, America, and Ireland all in one. Okay. "Hillary, darling, another occult book. Ridiculous." "I got it cheap on the scene bookstalls yesterday, Stephanie." "Really, Hillary? A grown man to believe in such nonsense. These pages seem to crawl under my fingers." "No wonder. It's a book on black magic and the reviving of corpses by Gilderetz. Sure, why not?" Gilderetz, the French Bluebeard? Why, it was one of my ancestors, Jacques Duval, who had been burned at the stake for witchcraft." "Forget the occult, darling. Behold, Irish stew. Stephanie, darling, what's the matter?" "Nothing, Hillary. It is just the memory of Duret's crimes that's so terrible that he has never been forgotten in France. I'm all right now, Hillary, and the food is superb." "Good. And after supper, I've a surprise for the evening. A little place I stumbled onto near the Seine in Montmartre or whatever. Later in the Montmartre something, whatever, section of Paris, a slum district of narrow alleys." Of course. "What kind of place is it we're going to, darling?" "We're almost there. Just around the next corner, and..." "The Theater of Horrors? Hillary, is this a joke?" "Certainly not. Back in America, I'd heard of it. I vowed to see it when I came to Paris. They say the plays are more gruesome than our American horror movies." "Be reasonable, Stephanie. It's one of the big tourist attractions in Paris." "Oh, very well. I'd forgotten, Hillary, that in Paris you're still very much a tourist. All right, let's go in for, what do you call it, a lark?" "I warn you, Hillary, all Paris knows people have disappeared after visiting this theater." "Sensational nonsense. Look, they are playing murder in a madhouse. Suddenly, Hillary, that man, the ticket taker, he's looking at me so queerly. Almost as if he knew me. Are you sure he isn't looking at me? Well, anyway. Good evening. You are late for the show, monsieur. Permit me. Seldom have I seen such a beautiful woman as Madame, your wife. Mademoiselle Duval is not yet my wife, monsieur. We'd like an usher to show us to our seats. Duval, it is she, as I thought. I'm manager, ticket taker, and usher, monsieur. See, there is a seat, so one sits better alone, whatever. And then, alone, what? Stephanie, she's walking down that aisle with the manager as if hypnotized. Stephanie, stop! I've got to stop them. I'll go through this door for no apparent reason. He's locked the door behind him. I'll get through over this stage. Halt! You are disrupting our play. Throw him out! They have written a new scene into the play. Let me through, folks. He, over our dead bodies, monsieur. Dead bodies? He's right. His skin is cold as ice, his strength inhuman, as if animated by a fiend. These actors aren't alive. They're revived corpses inhabited by spirits. But then, his hand slipped. I'm free. Ah, you shall not escape. They're surrounding me. Messieurs, madames, a madman has chosen to interrupt our performance. Your tickets will be honored tomorrow night. That door, if I can reach it, may lead me to Stephanie. Another second, and... Too late, monsieur. He. You are overwhelmed. You cannot hope to pit your puny human strength against ours. Well, at least we know their pronouns. To the cellars. Take him to the master. It's a Doctor Who adventure. I was right. Their own words prove they are not human and alive. Okay, but what does it mean? I would have thought the body odor would have been a giveaway too, but anyway. Quick, I have told the master what has happened. He awaits the interloper. Soon you'll be judged by Gilderat. His senses reeling, Hillary confronts an impossibility. Gilderat! But you were burned for sorcery in 1610. Hillary! I was burned, yes. My ancestor of this young lady. But I had arranged to be brought back to life through the formulas of black magic in my book. A friend gathered my ashes, read the formula over them, enabled my spirit to recreate my body. To aid me, I received others, these, my friends here, who trapped you. We have lived through centuries. Here in this ancient theater, which was built over my tomb, in which we now stand, we lure the morbid on whom we feed. A disappearance now and then, the police can't trace the missing, 'cause we ate 'em, and they've all become zombie poo. You devil! I'll rid the world of whom, monsieur? His inhuman strength, too much for me. Fools, you cannot oppose the living dead. You will die. As to this girl, I recognized her as a Duval. Her ancestor, Jacques Duval, burned me. I shall revenge. Wait. In revenge, in revenge I shall murder. Here, in my tomb. No, Hillary, don't let him. I won't, Stephanie. Grab my balls. But I shall do more than burn you, my dear. I shall revive your ashes, make you my spirit bride. Together we shall be forever, not living, but undead. Stephanie, forgive me. It was my love of the occult, the morbid, that brought us here. And tomorrow night he shall die. On the stage, the audience will think it is part of the play. And well, 20 hours later, it's almost time for the play to start. Durrett said he'd burn her after I was killed. Suddenly, the play is already on, monsieur. And tonight, we will use a real knife. Come. I'm powerless. I can't help Stephanie. In half an hour, we'll both be dead. An excellent performance. Never have I seen such realism. Oui, very. Ah, now they are playing this death scene. Ooh la la, it is chilling. See how the victim struggles. We must kill him. Cut his throat. Shall we first have prayers for the dying? He. Those are his pronouns. Prayers, spells, the incantation in Gil Durett's book on raising the dead. If it's read backwards in the old Latin, it kills, releases the soul. Dispense with prayers. Kill. I guess that's someone else's hand, because, I mean, it looks like it's his, but then there's a... Oh, wait, that's the hand holding him. Okay, we don't want to know what it's doing. But I'm gagged. I can't pronounce the ancient spell. And the knife, it's coming down. Jeez. It is blood, real blood. They are really trying to kill him. They've cut through the gag. Now, while they're off guard, take him. The master will be angry. Already the audience knows. It doesn't look like real blood. It looks like the movie blood they made him do for a while. It had to be, like ketchup red so that you knew it wasn't real. Yeah. Anyway, so rough, man eat, muddled, moot, rum, whatever. He is chanting the death spell. We are doomed. Say, it's a good thing he had that occult hobby, huh? Spiritus mortem delin dum it. Yeah. Good Lord, he's saying it too. What an idiot. The power is weakening. They were too late. Oh, he's still backwards, isn't it? Oh, well, whatever. And then before the eyes of Hillary and the audience, a ghastly transformation takes place. Good Lord, they're disintegrating back to burned ashes. The spirits animating them are fleeing. No, they're just beaming up aboard the Enterprise. But anyway, they vanished before our very eyes, dissolved into dust. Devil take their realism. It's witchcraft. I've got to stop Duretz. If he's killed Stephanie already, then, well, I guess I lose, and I'll just have to find some other girlfriend. Anyway, come, my dear. It is time for you to die as I did, in agony, to be revived as my undead spirit bride. You escaped, and that must mean you knew the death spell remembered it in time. All my spirit friends are once more dead. And now for you, Duretz. Your spell will not work on me, you dog. I'm proof against it with my powers. He's right. How do you just believe him? But he's right. I'll have to take him by force, if I can. Well, he's already demonstrated you can't. So, the table. My magical chemicals. Be careful, you fool. You will kill us all. I've got him off balance. One push now, and suddenly I'm falling into the furnace. The fire will destroy me forever. Oh, really? All right, thanks for the info. Those chemicals, they're explosive. Quick, darling, out of the theater. Nothing could put that fire out. It will burn to the ground. Let's get home quickly, darling, before the police arrive. They might arrest us. I know. They would never believe us. Next day, at Hillary's apartment. Look, darling, the theater was destroyed. The police attribute the panic of the audience to mass hallucination. They call the fire a mystery, for no bodies, no skeletons can be found. Yes, Stephanie, a mystery to which we alone have the answer. An answer we can never reveal. Yeah, the end. How about that, huh? Yeah. Okay. So our hero was a man named Hillary. And, this was a terrible cover. The art's not too bad, actually. It's not pretty good. But, well, it's a little better than the last one. Oh, and certainly the haunted bed. Oh, my God, that was terrible. But, well, I guess we had fun with The Curse of Rockwood, The Deadly Diamond. No, that probably wasn't that great. The Haunted Bed, yeah. Oh, that was awful. And then I got to whip up something. Oh, the Shoremouth Horror with the fish people coming out of the ocean and killing that rotten thief. So, anywho, it was all brought to you by Out of the Shadows. Oh, well. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. And next Sunday, we'll move on to something else. Oh, boy, won't that be fun? Yeah. Anyway, again, happy Halloween.
Liz, we've got some bad news. We don't have a turkey this year, and since you kind of look like one, well, yeah.
Burn the witch! I'm a scientist, Driscoll. I believe what I can see, what I can feel and touch.
The basis of fairy tales is reality. The basis of reality is fairy tales.
Did you ever meet a witch, Driscoll?
Yes, and then I divorced her.
And now back to Rockin' Dale's Death Metal Marathon.
Oh, yeah. So, Pat, about those overdue book charges.